Well, hello, everybody. We're live and we're 98% virus free. I have my mask on. Oh, and hi, I'm Rob Howard, and we welcome you. Well, hello, everybody. We're live and so we're broadcasting 98% virus free. I have my mask on. Good. Oh, so what we're going to do is we're here tonight, as promised, with EFLtalks Laughs, and it's the women's version. You may remember on April 1st, we had our men's version, and as promised, here is the women. So let me just finish getting everything set up here. And then we're going to start. And start my PowerPoint. And we also want to start the recording. Great. So let me tell you just a few things before we get started. And then I'm going to disappear and give you the official show. We're EFLtalks. We've been around for a while now, and we're very proud to, during this tough time, to hopefully give you a few laughs and have you enjoy yourself. So, as I said, we had the men's on April Fools, and it was silly, it was fun. We had about, I think, probably over 400 viewers, and we're hoping tonight to have even a better time. A little bit about EFLtalks, if you're not familiar with it. It's teachers teaching teachers, and tonight it's time to make teachers laugh. Normally what we do is EFLtalks is based on talks with 10 minutes using 10 PowerPoint slides on all the topics. But tonight, to save time, we're doing 5 minutes with whatever number of slides, either 0 or some people are using 150. So we'll see. And this is our 28th event over 30 days. And we now have almost 100 hours of teacher development videos available. And we've had over 322 EFL talkers with the 28 events. So we have over 480 videos right now from 200 different countries. So if you're looking for teacher development or CPD, take a look. And the place you can find it is you can go to our website, EFLtalks.com, and that'll take you to our YouTube channel. And you can see all the videos there. They're done by playlist. They're done individually. And you can improve your teaching and learn something just 10 minutes at a time. And they're always free and hopefully fun. So far, we've had 200 women, 122 men, and a frog. Don't ask. And we also do believe in parity, so we've been paying attention to this. We're 62% women and 64% non-nest, and we were blessed in 2018. We received an Eve of the Year award for parity for inspiring women of ELT, and we're very proud of that. If you could help promote EFLtalks in tonight, just take a selfie, which is turn around with us on the screen, take a selfie of yourself, and throw it on social media for us. Help us spread the word. If you're interested, you can join us on our Facebook group, which is EFLtalks. And we also have another page, EFLTD, which is strictly for teachers to share their information, their ideas, and their hints. So you'll be sharing strictly with other teachers. We also have books available. We've got the 10 and 10 cookbook, which is really a cookbook. And EFLtalks is totally a not-for-profit entity. Everything that we do, I pay for. We don't have any sponsorship. And what we do is the sale from the book, any profit that comes in, if you buy the books, goes to keep EFL Talks free. So it really is a cookbook. We have about 70 recipes from around the world. And we also have the companion guide, which different articles from our speakers. And here's a composite of our different speakers from all over the place. Hopefully a few of you will recognize yourself. And if you're not here yet, we hope that you join us soon. So without further ado, I would like to hand it over to the women, and Anya Kobyszewska is here, and
hello.
She is going to take over. I'll be here in the background and running the technical end of it. So without further ado, Anya, it's all yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Rob. Hello, everyone. It's a great pleasure to host this second EFL Laughs event organized by EFLtalks. For those of you who participated in other or who have participated in other events organized by EFLtalks, welcome back. For those of you who are new to EFLtalks, a very warm welcome, and we really hope that you're going to join us for other events we organize, and that you're going to check us out on the internet, on our website, and on social media. This event, as you probably already know, is not about CPD. It is about EFL professionals providing a moment of relief and laughter to the EFL community in those challenging times, hence the title, EFL Laughs. We have a great lineup of speakers, all wonderful ladies, and this is, as Rob has said, this is what we promised a good few weeks ago when we put on our first EFL Laughs. So without much further ado, let's welcome our first presenter, Carolyn Westbrook. Carolyn has over 20 years experience teaching tailored business English and ESP courses. She is a teacher trainer, author, and testing researcher. Welcome, Carolyn.
Thank you very much, Anya. Okay, I'm just going to share my screen with you, so just bear with me for a second. Okay, so my EFL talk, I'm not sure how funny this is going to be, but I want to tell you a little story about how to almost get yourself arrested on your business trip, or not, as the case may be. So this goes back to 2012 when I took my first trip to Russia. And those of you who know me will know that I've done a lot of work in Russia since then. But this was my very first trip. I flew from London to Moscow Domodedovo, and I arrived there at about midnight. So the picture on the right is how I like to think I looked, you know, slim, looking beautiful, but actually the picture on the left was what I really looked like. I was tired. I didn't speak very much Russian at the time, so it was a bit of a challenge for me to get through the airport and get to the hotel, but I managed it. But the problem was at 5 in the morning, I had to get back to Moscow Domodedovo. So you can imagine I was still very tired. That morning, I was flying up north to a place called Petrozavodsk, which is, as you can see on the map here, quite close to St. Petersburg. And for those of you who've been to Russia, you may know that when you go into the airport in Russia, you go through X-ray straight away. And then you go through the X-ray machines later on when you go to get your flight. So I wandered in a little bit tired, still imagining myself looking like the beautiful young lady in the picture on the left here, but actually looking like the lady in the picture on the right. And walked through the X-ray machine, and I became aware that the customs officer sitting at the desk was saying something along the lines of blah, 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 Patronen, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, blah, 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 Patronen, no idea. At which point I suddenly realized what I'd heard and thought, yikes, I don't speak Russian, but I do speak German. And the word for Patronen in German, so German is bullets in English. And that's not good, I thought. The man showed me, he said, come here. And sure enough, what he was seeing in my suitcase looked like bullets. And so in my head, in that split second, suddenly very wide awake, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get arrested. What on earth? What does he think? And I was like, Patronen, niet, niet, ruchki, ruchki. Now, bearing in mind, I didn't speak any Russian, where no, pens came from, I have no idea, but the words came out of my mouth. And he was like, ruchki, show me. So I was like, oh, okay, unpacked all my bag until I found the pens, the packet of pens. I showed him the pens. He said, make them right. Oh God, they're not working. The university pens that I brought were gifts for the different university students that I was going to visit on my trip, but I couldn't get them working. And I was thinking, oh my God, I'm going to be arrested. I don't speak any Russian. I'm going to be thrown in jail and so on. And I tried one pen, I tried the next pen, I tried pen after pen after pen, until eventually got one working. Phew, see, Ruchki, I said. And he was like, okay. So I thought, I'll be nice. Would you like one? Niet. Okay. Oops, off I went. So then I went to the next security. Same thing. Blah, 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 blah. Patronen. Niet. Ruchki. Ruchki, show me. Okay. Unpack the bag. Pull out the pens. Okay, off I go. Now that's fine, you might think. But the problem was, on this trip, I was doing a lot of traveling. And I'd flown from London to Moscow Domodedovo. I was flying to Petrozavodsk and back to Moscow, down to Rostov, back to Moscow, out to Surgut, back to Moscow, out to Vladivostok, back to Moscow, on to Kaliningrad, and then back to England. And I had pens to take with me to all these different universities to share with the people I was seeing. Every airport, every x-ray machine, same thing, blah, 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 Patronen. Niet, Ruchki, Ruchki, show me. Okay, unpack the bag, pull out the pens. Okay, off I go. Every flight, next flight, same thing. Patronen, niet, Ruchki, Ruchki, show me. Okay, unpack the bags, pull out the pens. Off I go, okay. Every single flight until I had a bright idea. And I thought, aha. So I pulled the pens out before I went through the machine. Everybody was looking at me like, what is this woman doing? She's weird. So even the customs officer was like, what is this about? And I was like, you'll see. Aha, Ruchki, he said. Yeah, da, Ruchki. Same flight until finally I was heading back to London. No more pens. And I thought, never again am I taking those pens as gifts. And that is the end of the story. Spasibo za vнимание, and thanks very, very much for your attention. And just for the sake of it, there are my sources for the images. Thank you very much, everybody.
What a story, Carolyn. Thank you so much. We have to get together sometime and share stories from airports and from traveling and from nearly getting arrested. Thank you so much for your contribution.
Thank you.
Now, it's our great pleasure to have with us Galina Kinchuk. Galina is a freelance English trainer who is originally from Ukraine. Galina got interested in business English and ESB after she'd moved to Berlin in 2014. She is passionate about learner motivation and bringing creativity to the classroom. She's also an active member of EFLTAB and BSIG. Galina, are you there?
Yes, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Great. So today I decided to share a couple of funny, hopefully funny stories that include some pronunciation misunderstandings and mishaps. And I would like to share my screen with you. Just a second. Oh, just a tiny second. Here it is. Okay. And oh yes, that's the fun thing about sharing your screen. So you could preview my presentation a little bit. So why I chose pronunciation, I don't know. I don't teach it specifically, but I think everyone got at some point funny misunderstanding that it was due to pronunciation. And I get my name mispronounced every single time people read it out loud, because I come from Ukraine, and the transliteration they use doesn't actually present the sounds that are there. So you can see on the screen my my first name that is written in all the documents. It starts with H-A-L-Y-N-A. So it's it's very funny to clarify that my name is actually Galina to everyone. But it's not all about me today, and I wanted to first tell you a little funny story that my student shared with me that happened in the airport in Barcelona in duty-free shop. So my student went in and he was looking for a phone case. He couldn't find one, so he decided to ask for help. He said, "I'm looking for a cover for my phone." And he saw some kind of shade on the shop assistant's face, but she shrugged and went away. So what he was expecting was to get a cover for his phone. And how can you imagine how surprised he was when she brought him a bottle of sparkling wine that is a Spanish specialty and is called cava. And when he told me, I was like, probably you should try a bit more American pronunciation and try to roll your R's at the end of the word cover. Then you probably won't be misunderstood. The next story, and yeah, what did she think? Was he going to buy a bottle of sparkling wine for his mobile phone? Was he really? Well, the other funny story that a friend of mine, Sherry Williams, who's going to present later today, shared with me happened in Spain as well. She was staying with, they rented an apartment, and the landlady, she asked them to use the liquid soap so that the machine works better. She didn't have any, so she went to the store and asked again the shop assistant to help her. And she asked for jabón líquido. The shop assistant looked confused. Then Sherry repeated, "Can I have the liquid soap, please?" she asked, "to wash my clothes." The shop assistant looked even more confused. She thought and thought, and after explanation, she brought her some soap. And then Sherry went out and asked her husband, "What was wrong? What happened? What did I say wrong?" And finally, she realized that she said, instead of jabón líquido, she said jamón líquido. That meant liquid ham. Of course, the shop assistant was a bit confused about it. That happens sometimes. Our pronunciation is right, someone doesn't understand. Sometimes we say something wrong that leads to misunderstanding. But the last thing I wanted to share with you, because I live in Germany now and have a lot of German-speaking students, this is one of my favorite phrases recently. That is, "I don't know." You hear it every day, over and over. I say it frequently, but the way my student says it is just precious. And I started using it and taught my daughter to say it the German style. So how to say the word no, the German style. Instructions. First of all, you have to pronounce every letter of the word, of course, including the first one. Secondly, in German language, there are no diphthongs. So instead of saying O, you would have to say O. Finally, the letter W is pronounced as V. As a result, the word transforms into Knopf. So when she wanted to tell me that she didn't know something in the class, she would say, I don't Knopf. I don't Knopf if you liked my presentation or not, but it's over. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Galina. Thank you. The pronunciation problems that we all face when we do shopping in other countries or when we want to ask about something in other countries. Again, we could perhaps one day organize EFL talks just about these misunderstandings. Thank you so much, Galina. Now, oh my God. What's happening? I think we're being Zoom bombed. Oh, what do we do now? Oh, just go away, go away, go away. Okay. Oh, I think we've been Zoom bombed. I do apologize for that. I'm sorry. Oh my God. What an experience.
All right, well, just move on.
Okay, yeah. Right, so, deep breath. Let's, okay, calm down. Sarah Brown, Sherry Williams. Sarah and Sherry are both business English trainers who are based in Berlin in Germany. And they're also the former and the current chairs of the LTAB Trainers Association. Tonight, they're going head to head in a bad joke battle. Whoever makes the other one laugh gets a point, but be careful, because if they laugh at their own jokes, it's also a point for their opponent. All right, ladies, the battle is on. Sherry and Sarah.
Are you ready for this, Sherry?
Are you ready to go down?
I'm ready to make you laugh.
All right. So smiling is allowed, but laughing is not, remember. And we will count each other's points on our hands. All right.
All right.
Would you like to go first and tell the first joke?
Oh, yeah.
See what
I've got a really interesting fact for you.
Okay.
Do you know what the least spoken language on planet Earth is?
The least spoken language? No, I don't.
Well, I'll tell you, it's sign language.
That's definitely not a spoken language, so yeah. Okay, all right, that's a fair attempt. All right, well, what do you call an avocado who is giving you the silent treatment?
I have no idea.
Incommunicado.
No. That's, yeah,
Right,
not such a good one.
Crowd.
Did you know, so here's an interesting cultural fact. Did you know that if a person can speak 2 languages, they're bilingual, but if they can only speak 1, they're from the United States?
Yeah. That hurts, Sarah, that hurts.
I know, for both of us.
All right. Dogs are always fun, right? What do you call a dog who can do magic?
Tell me.
A labracadabrador.
Okay.
Wah, wah, wah. Ooh, that was close. That was close.
I was clearing my throat. Now here's a classic. You ready?
All right.
All right. The past, the present, and the future walked into a bar. It was tense.
Grammar nerd joke. I get it. Okay. So, did you hear in the news about the thief who broke into the police station and stole the toilet seat?
No, I hadn't heard about that one.
The police say they have nothing to go on. Oh, I think that counts. Oh, shoot. No, I'm laughing at my own joke.
Yes, one for you too. Ha! Even. All right.
Okay, fine. Fine, 1 to 1.
Here's an interesting fact. So, all languages travel at the speed of sound, except one.
Sign language? No.
No, Braille, which depends on how hard you can throw a book.
Okay. Okay.
That almost
That's really bad. That's really bad.
Mhm.
Come
Come on.
What do you get if you boil a funny bone?
Lard. I don't know what.
No, you get laughing stock. Sarah, that's humorous. Come on, that's humorous.
I think it counts. I laughed. That's too against me.
Okay.
All right.
You too.
Man, you've got nerves of steel. All right. Do you know what language people speak when they have a cold?
No, I don't.
Flemish.
Oh, very good. Very good.
All right, another one. Faster.
All right. What does a clock do when it's still hungry?
I don't know.
It goes back 4 seconds.
I get it. Took me a second. I guess I didn't count my laugh. Okay. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
2.
To who?
No. To whom?
Another grammar nerd. Oh, shoot.
All right. 2.
I have to stop
2.
chuckling. Yes, very good. Did you hear about the idiot who was learning to tap dance?
Mm-mm.
He kept falling in the sink.
I don't get it.
Oh, she's right on the verge.
I don't get it. Okay, so like I always have to say this to my students in class. Double negatives are a big no-no.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What did one eye say to the other?
I don't know.
Between you and me, something smells. Oh, gotcha. Nice.
The nose.
Is that?
Okay.
I've lost track now. 3, I think.
About that time that I aided an apostrophe.
That you aided an apostrophe? No.
Well, I'll never date one again. You know why? Because the last one was too possessive.
I'm sensing a theme here. I'm sensing a theme.
One more. Do one more.
All right. This is not a question and answer one. This is a little bit of a story here. So a man walks into a pub with a little chihuahua on a leash. And the bartender says, "I'm sorry, sir, there's no dogs allowed here." But the man says, "I thought you allowed guide dogs. I'm blind." "Well, yes," says the bartender, "but guide dogs are usually German Shepherds or Labradors." "Oh no," says the man. "What have they given me this time?"
Okay, I lose. Your nerves of steel. All right, so 4 gets 2.
Nicely done, champion.
But you can't. I can say ham in Spanish. Ooh.
I'm
sorry, no, wait, it's not insult. It's not insult battle. Just a joke, but sorry.
So how many points each then? Because I lost track.
I did too, but I think I had 4.
4, yeah. I think it was. Yeah, but it was very close.
Yeah.
All right, what a beautiful duet. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you.
Good job.
I've really enjoyed your jokes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, now do we have Francesca Fraser in the room? Francesca, are you there? It's your turn now. Francesca?
I'm here.
Okay, brilliant. Hi, Francesca. Do you want to start?
Hi. Yes, I wish I could see myself.
Do you want to turn on the camera?
That's probably a good start. That's my first joke of the evening.
Well done.
That's a good one, babe.
Yes, I actually have someone with me here. I am getting ready to celebrate, well, not me by myself, but with him.
Hello, everyone.
Our 1st year anniversary. Da-da-da-da.
Ba-bam.
Yes, it's probably not as exciting for everyone as it is for us. So it's exciting, yes?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what we've decided to do today in celebration of our anniversary, we are going to play dun, 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 dun. I don't even know if that's the theme song, but we're going to play the Newlywed game. So here we go.
So how this thing works?
As you can see, this is pretty much how the whole marriage goes. I say it, you just ask me, how does it work? Okay, so what we're going to do, Oscar has written down a few questions. I've written down a few questions, and he doesn't know my questions. I don't know his questions.
Never.
Never, right? Okay, so I will ask you the question, and I'm going to write down the answer, and you're going to say the answer. So for example, the first one is.
Okay.
Are you
so
ready?
I have to write.
Yeah. As you can see, I'm a teacher, imagine. Here we go. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. I'm going to say
yes.
The question. Okay. You are going to say the answer. I will write the answer here and show and reveal the answer.
Okay.
So you don't have to write. Got it.
Okay.
We're well rehearsed.
Got it.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So here we go. The first question is.
Say it with time like this, I'm thinking.
But you don't know what the question is. Okay. So the first question is, who is the better kisser?
Absolutely, no doubt. Me.
And me, not me, you, but me.
Me.
No, wrong. Your question. Go ahead.
So I have to show first what is my.
You're going to tell me the question. And then,
okay, this is difficult for you, babe.
Okay, tell me.
What is my shoe size? She never buys shoes.
In US or in European sizes?
US.
US sizes. A men's 11 and a half? 11.
Right one. Hey! You guess, yeah.
Okay, good. All right, here we go. I never buy. Okay. All right, who is the most competitive?
Easy one. This one, guys, easy one. I have to say it?
Yes.
Me.
Ding. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Everything. With everything. Everything. Cooks better, everything. Here we go. Go ahead, babe.
Okay.
I can only imagine.
Okay. What I'd rather spend an evening with you or a night out with you? Wait.
An evening in with me or
evening in with you or a night out with you. Don't look at the camera.
You know why? You probably said an evening in so you don't have to dress up because I'm always making you dress up. I'm gonna say an evening in.
You got it. For being only 1 year, we're doing good.
I think so. Good job, babe. All right, here we go.
Let me check which one's.
All right.
Ooh, that one is difficult. Oh my God, that's gonna be a difficult one.
What's my favorite? You ready?
Yes.
My favorite junk food.
Your favorite junk food?
Yes.
Mamma mia, you don't like junk food.
I know, but I have one that when you bring it in the house, I'm like, don't bring that in here, please. They're crunchy, they're cheesy. Yes. Oh, I'm not supposed to give clues.
Cooking or not?
No. Thing.
Chips.
Yes, what kind of chips?
Doritos.
Bing.
Yes, I like Doritos. Wow.
Okay.
Let me see. You don't gonna guess this.
Okay.
What is my pet name for you?
Ooh.
You see, guys? Yes.
Babe?
No.
What?
Pet name. How was in
You have so many. It depends on whether or not. It depends on what. Hey! Yeah.
You got this.
Oh goodness. Next year I'll get it. Okay. I think we have time for one more.
Okay.
Do you have any more?
Yes. Let me check
Okay.
if I have another one.
I have this one.
Oh yes.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay. You're not going to get this. I don't think so.
You're gonna get
I
it.
don't think so. Okay, here we go. Oscar.
Yes.
What's my bra size? Don't look.
D plus.
Okay, that's close enough. Even though they don't come in plus sizes. Yeah, well, they do, but yeah, it's a double D. Good job, babe. Okay.
You say I'm good. I'm good.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay, the last one. This one is gonna be tough, babe.
All right,
Listen.
I'm ready. Go ahead.
Which was the first movie that we have seen together?
Oh, I see. I always fall asleep though. So I don't remember. I always fall asleep. The Hangover.
The Hangover.
The Hangover. I said I don't know because we've never seen a movie. I always fall asleep.
So I think we've never seen a movie together.
Well, happy anniversary.
Happy
man.
anniversary.
Happy anniversary, guys. What a wonderful thing to share with us. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. All the best from everybody here at EFL Talks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary, and thank you so much for that quiz.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, now the next person is Kiki Davenport. Kiki is Chief Academic Director at RMS Drama Academy in China. And I think we've got Kiki coming on in a second. So let's see. Okay, here is Kiki.
I'm Kiki Davenport. I'm from Marshall, Virginia. I'm coming to you now from Chengdu, Sichuan, China, as the Chief Academic Director of a drama school. Welcome to Kiki Lao Shi. Lao Shi means teacher. You've never truly had a hard day at work until you've experienced teaching in China. In today's video, I'm going to teach you not one, but 5 steps to surviving in a classroom in China while being Black. So, step 1, you have to have tough skin. Why, you might ask? Hello, everyone. Are you happy today? I'm Kiki. You're fat. I'm Kiki. Step 2. You're not who you thought you were. I'm Kiki, and I'm from America. What did you say? No, yes, I am. I'm from America. Africa. No. I'm from America. Meliza Meguoran. But your skin is... You're not American. You're not white. I'm American. Never mind. Step 3. Take it easy while learning. Okay, let's see who's here today. Bright, okay. Ocean, okay. Star, okay. Elsa, oh yeah, like the movie, okay. Moon, oh. Angel, oh, okay. Elsa, did they write it twice? Oh, 2 Elsas, okay. Johnny, good. Elsa, another Elsa. Oh, Smile, oh, Oh, you're not happy today. I'm sorry. Transformer? Hey. Cinderella. Yeah, like the Disney princess. And Ariel. Yeah, you like to swim? Me too, girl. Okay, great. Oh, yeah, we have 5 Elsas. Isn't that great? Yeah. You all love Frozen? Wow, that's amazing. I like Frozen too. Let it go. Yeah. Step number 4. Articulation is your best friend. Now that we've all been dealing with the global pandemic, we've been having to teach our classes online. Teaching drama is pretty difficult online, but again, teaching is difficult. Now, I'm also teaching online English demos. This week, our class was on clothing. Okay, class, our first word is sock. Sock. Your sock goes on your foot. Sock. I say, you say, sock. Very good. Our next word is shirt. Can you say shirt? Shit. Shirt. Shit. Shirt. The word is shirt. Shit. Shirt. Shit. Shirt. Shit. Shirt. Shit. Shirt. Shit. Shirt. Elsa, can you not lay down? Please? Elsa. Everyone else gets a trophy. Yeah. Step number 5. Be prepared for personal space invasions. As a teacher, you no longer have them. And as a person who looks very different from others, forget about it. The first example is you're teaching and your students begin to pull your hair. You could also be subjected to child biting, touching, being force-fed foods that are edible, and fake plastic food. Just be flexible and be prepared for anything. Before we end our video today, we have a bonus step for you. The last step that I have is after a long, hard day, go home and do what you have to do to forget. I'm Kiki Davenport.
Okay, so that was Kiki Davenport with her cultural experiences. Thank you so much to Kiki for recording that.
Raindrops on roses and whispers
Oh God, not
again.
Oh. Rob, we need to do something with it.
Up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
Just go away. Oh, okay, gone. Okay, good. So who's next? Oh yes, and now for something completely different, Judy Wong. Judy, are you there? Okay.
Woo! Hello.
Ooh, yes.
How are you? Live from the heart of New York City. Welcome to the new norm. I don't know about you, but in a way, I kind of like it. It's kind of nice. I mean, like, it's real quiet. I mean, like Sunday early morning, you know, when everybody is still in bed, dealing with their hangover from last night. I mean, you know, seriously, from my balcony on the 17th floor, instead of the hustle and bustle and the noisy, outrageous rush hour traffic, it's like Sunday early morning. It's quiet. It's great. I mean, 24/7. The new norm. But, you know, you go down to the street and, you know, like you need to go to the store, you know, you need like some toilet paper or something really important like that, you know, and it's like an obstacle course. I mean, all the junkies, all the drunks and all the denizens that they let out of the Rikers Island prison have now been setting up homesteads on the sidewalks. I mean, like, why not? I mean, the people are not using it, so it's just a perfect place to be, you know? The only problem is you can't really duck out of those, you know, handouts that are always being pleaded for. And I mean, they're getting really aggressive. You know, they don't take no anymore for an answer. I mean, it's the new norm. Speaking of answers, how many of you are still wearing your watches? I mean, like, I haven't worn my watch in like weeks and weeks and weeks. I mean, why? Every night, thank you, Italy, every night promptly at 7 p.m., there is this deafening noise that begins. I mean, what the hell? There is this pot banging and the horns blowing and the yelling and the clapping and the banging on the wrought iron balconies. And of course, all the denizens that have taken up residence on the sidewalk, they get up and take a bow. The new norm. You know, when all of this began, I was going down to the store to get some milk. And I noticed, you know, the toilet paper section, it was completely wiped out. I mean, I know the toilet cleaning things, gone, completely gone. I mean, there was tons of food and tissues and detergent, and I just couldn't figure it out, you know? So like I go home and I'm asking my husband, the doctor, I said, you know, like what's going on? And he's like, well, honey, you know, it's the virus. And I was like, okay, isn't it a respiratory virus? He goes, yeah. And I'm like, oh, so do they not know which hole they're breathing out of? Or are they lately wiping their noses with their asses? I don't get it. The new norm. You know, the other day I was on the computer. I was, you know, shopping. You need to get stuff. You got to have everything delivered these days, right? You know, and I was like, wow, you know, all these people getting toilet paper and all the toilet paper seems to be gone. Maybe I should check on some. Not that we need any, but, you know, maybe a few months down the road, I might need some. So I should like see what's going on here. So like, you know, I'm starting to look for ads for toilet paper and there's this great ad for a roll of toilet paper. And it was only $7,999. I mean, like, wow, are you kidding me for a roll of toilet paper? But I looked at the ad more closely and they were giving you a free gamer computer thrown in just for the hell of it. Hey, now that's definitely worth the price. I mean, why not? You know, I mean, I could always use another gamer's computer. I got 3 boys, right? So the new norm. Yeah. These are crazy times. And like, what's with the crazy ass masks? You know, those lovely things. I even got mine. I got mine, you know, gotta wear it everywhere now, you know. I asked my husband, I was like, what's with the masks? He goes, I don't know. He says, do these people know that like these things will not keep the virus from getting in? And I'm like, really? And he goes, yeah, it won't, but I guess it makes people feel better, you know? So I said, okay. Personally, I really love the mask. I mean, now I get to go to my local bodega wearing my mask and my gloves, and I won't get arrested for stealing anything. It's great. It's just absolutely great. I mean, the new norm. It's the best. It's the best. You know, the other day I was walking in this street, and this was before New York State decided to tell us that we had to wear mandatory masks all the time. And I was like, you know, if you're not sick, it really wasn't necessary. If you were sick, yes, wear the mask, you know, or if you're too stupid to put your hand off of your face, like your mother's been telling you for the last century or so, you know, wear a mask because it keeps your hand off the face. Though, honestly, I came up with a brand new, brilliant business idea. And I was talking to one of my young students about it, who was a business student. And I said, what do you think? What do you think? I think would be so much better than all these dumb masks that everybody seems to be drawing and making and cooking and whatevering. We should get human cones, you know, kind of like those dogs, you know, the dogs, when you can't scratch your face, the dog says you can't touch your face. So they put these lovely little cones around their heads. I want to start developing the human cone. I think that would be so much more effective, you know, because then they sneeze, you can't go near you, you know, they can't put their hands on their faces. It's just a brilliant thing to do. So I was going to the store the other day, talking about stores, and I decided, my husband leaves like at 8 o'clock in the morning because he has to go, and he's a doctor. And I thought, I'm going to go to the store when you go to the store, honey, because it's early morning and it's senior citizens hours, so it should be less crowded. You don't have a lot of crazy people. And I figure, oh, good, senior citizens hours is perfect for me. I went to the store, and as I'm going to the store, I noticed none of the like, you know, the denizens were out on the street, and I thought they got cleaned up. But then I came out of the store and it was 9 o'clock, and guess what? They were setting up shop. So now I get it. They got bankers hours. They set up shop at 9 o'clock. The new norm. Thank you, guys. Great seeing you. Keep those masks on. Stay the hell away from everybody.
Thank you so much, Judy. I think the human cone is what I'm really for, especially for some people. And I can also identify with the no watch experience. I haven't worn a watch for weeks now either. So yeah, the new norm. Thank you so much, Judy. Thank you very much. Okay, so who do we have on next? Oh, Tilla Alexander. Tilla, are you there? Tilla is a retired adult ESL teacher from New York District of Education. Tilla, you're on now.
Greetings from the heart of Forest Hills, Queens, the epicenter of COVID-19. As Anya said, I'm a recently retired teacher of adult ESL. It would have been real easy for me to fall into a negativity track, but I couldn't let that happen. So as they say, when life gives you lemons, why not make some lemonade? But what would be my special recipe? During the first week at home, I was pissed and depressed. I, who thrive on social interaction, how would I ever survive isolation? I know you're all experiencing different changes and challenges. Well, here are mine, straight from Forest Hills, starting with my perennial weight problem. Being overweight, I had finally jumped aboard the new craze, you know, intermittent fasting. Eating my last meal no later than 6:30 and beginning again the next day around noon. And by the first week of March, I had lost 10 pounds. Wow, was I encouraged. Now, along with exercising at the gym, I would soon become a new, svelte, streamlined me. My exercise and routine has trickled down to walking from the bedroom, down the stairs to the living room, to the kitchen, and stopping at my ever beckoning refrigerator. Can you just see the sign I put on my refrigerator door? Stop. Are you really hungry? Sometimes it works. Now that I can't teach my weekly ESL class in person, I had to adapt to teaching online. Previously, I had thought of myself quasi-computer savvy, but after attending an average of 10 webinars a week, as many of you have experienced, I'm sure, I realize I have so much more to learn. But here's what's been great. For the first time, I'm using Zoom and Google Classroom. I'm kind of glad that my students are still attending class. Some of them are even doing the assignments. I'm also participating now in an online class at Yale University, the science of well-being, so I can avoid going totally bonkers. Who would have thought I would become a Yalie in my golden years? My outlook on people's behavior has also changed. You know, I used to think people who were overly conscious of washing hands were freaky germaphobes. And today, I'm even a new member of their club. Nowadays, I wash my hands about 15 times a day for at least 20 seconds as recommended. But as I've been getting a little bored singing happy birthday, I'm moving on. Doe, a deer, a female deer, Ray, a drop of golden sun. Well, you know the rest. Well, I'd like to end with part of a collaborative poem my UFT players group wrote while in quarantine. And this is a small section of my part. It takes a pandemic to get me to sharpen my digital skills as I attend webinars and online meetings, desperately trying, sometimes not successfully, taking it all in, hoping this for me will be a win-win. It takes a pandemic for me to learn to teach on Zoom. You know, the other day we had 15 students in the room. It takes a pandemic to appreciate the few sunny days when I can exercise in many ways. It takes a pandemic to be grateful for the teaching community and dream of seeing everyone face to face, non-virtually. Thank you, be safe and healthy.
Tilla, thank you so much. The collaborative poem, what a wonderful idea. And it rings so true to all of us. I think, you know, you mentioning the beckoning fridge and the science of well-being, that's something that I can definitely identify with in this situation with the pandemic. Thank you so much again, Tilla. And next on, Vanessa Velasquez, who's also based in New York City. Vanessa is an actor, writer, producer, and aspiring director, and also a singer-songwriter. She has also taught ESL in Central and South America and is currently producing a play with the Theatre for English Language Learners Tell. Hello, Vanessa. You're on.
Hello, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for being here. What a treat this has been. I have been laughing. I've been in stitches. It's so great to see everyone. And what a blessing this is to have Zoom. Although I will say, I feel busier now than I was before the pandemic. Like I have everything scheduled down to a T. From the moment I wake up until the moment I am going to go to bed. I feel like I am constantly on Zoom, constantly on the phone. And it's gotten to the point that I've had to schedule time for, you know, just do nothing time, which I never used to have a problem doing. I used to just be able to, you know, kind of zone out, turn the phone off for a little while and have a little break. And now I have to schedule it. So that's something I've come up with, come up against in our new situation. But I want to talk to you all a little bit about what this time has brought for me. What I've noticed is this sense of needing to be productive, and this feeling that, well, we're all home now, so we're going to be really available and we're going to be really productive, and all the things that I have felt totally and completely overwhelmed with during this time. So when it first started, I thought, okay, you know what? I can do this. I can do this whole like stay home all the time thing. This is going to be okay. This is going to be fine. I've got my Yamaha keyboard. I've got my laptop. I got tons of books, as you can see behind me. And over here, more to the side of my bed, I've got my records, my record player, my TV. I'm solid. I got Wi-Fi. All good. I can do this. Couple of days into it, I say, okay, it's a little quiet, not really sure how I'm going to manage my time. No real reason to wake up at 7 a.m. I don't really have something to do right away. So I guess I'll let myself sleep in. Okay, that worked for a little while. And then slowly but surely, people started coming out with the woodwork saying, let's FaceTime, let's Zoom, let's do this, let's get on a family meeting. Sure, okay, sure. And I started saying yes and yes and yes and yes. And then before I knew it, I had my entire calendar day scheduled and filled out. And then one day I said, okay, I'm going to have this phone call and then this Zoom meeting, and then I'm going to hop on this conference, and then I'm going to have lunch, then I'll maybe take a shower, then I'm going to maybe make a snack, then I have another Zoom conference. Boy, oh boy, am I exhausted by the end of the day just from sitting and being in front of a screen. But so one day I'm on a phone call with a friend of mine, and she's out in St. Croix with her family, which is where she lives. And part of my new productivity is that I'm multitasking a lot. So I'm doing dishes and cleaning while I'm on a call, and then I'm doing something else, and I'm running downstairs and doing my laundry, and I have my headphones in, my AirPods, and she and I are chatting, and she says to me, oh, I can't really hear you. And I said, yeah, I'm just going downstairs. I'm just taking some laundry down. And I lost her because I have my AirPods connected to my phone, which is in my apartment. And I just completely spaced because my AirPods have become sort of this semi-permanent part of my existence right now. And I said, oh my gosh, I lost her. So I do the laundry thing. I come back upstairs and I immediately come back to my apartment and I see that she's called me several times. And she's like, are you okay? Are you okay? She's texting me a bunch of times, frantic. Are you all right? Are you all right? Oh my gosh, please answer me. And so I call her back. I said, hey, I'm so sorry. My AirPods got disconnected. I went downstairs to drop off the laundry. She says, oh my God, I can't believe it. I thought you had passed out and I didn't know what I was going to do. I thought, oh my gosh, maybe she has the virus and she didn't know it. And maybe she stopped breathing and she just fell to the ground. And now who's going to find her? She lives there by herself. And I don't know her parents' number. I don't know her super or her landlord's number. And this poor girl, and she's just catastrophizing. And I'm sitting over here laughing my head off because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is where we are. The curse of the single woman in New York City. Just, everything we do on our own, and we're in our own apartments, and there's no COVID buddy partner here. I'm living here totally alone. And my friend made a really good point that, if something were to happen to me in my apartment, nobody would find me for who knows how long. Just terrifying, but hilarious thought. So anyway, I said, I'm going to give you my super's number and my parents' number. And I did the same for my parents and all, yada, yada, yada. And I thought, okay, that's fine. Everything's good. Yeah, this is going to be okay. Kept going about my life, planning more things, some filmmaker sessions with some women that I'm in a filmmakers group with. We read a script once a week by a woman writer, screenwriter, or director. We talk about the script. I planned other artist meetups, which has all been great. And then the other day, I'm trying to change my sheets, and I said, oh yeah, I got to take these sheets off. I need some new sheets on the bed, so I'm taking everything off. I'm stripping the bed, and I had another one of those lonely single girl moments in New York City where I'm stripping the bed, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got to put the new sheets on. And it's been a while since I really thought about that, and I thought, oh yeah, making the bed is so hard on your own. You're putting one corner for the fitted sheet on one end, and then the other end is coming off, and you're like, oh wait, let me go back to this side, and you're putting it in, and you're saying, okay, just hold on, just stay there, and then you get the other corner in, and before you know it, you're doing a workout. You're doing a full workout, and your back hurts, my arms are all outstretched, my shoulders and cramping, and I go to lay down on the newly made bed, and I think this is the curse of the single woman, and especially during COVID. So that's all I have for you. I hope I lightened your day, made you laugh a little. Thank you all for being here.
You certainly have, Vanessa. Thank you so much. And I do agree about the workout that you have when you're trying to make the bed on your own. That's absolutely true. By the time you're done with it, you're so tired that you actually do have to lie down on the bed. Thank you so much, Vanessa. Okay, next on is...
with a lonely goat herd, lady of the lady of the lady.
Oh, God. Go.
Down, there was quite lady of the lady of the lady. Let's dance.
I just can't believe this.
Lady of the lady of the love.
Oh God. That's really bad, Rob. I mean, we're getting Zoom bombed every 5 minutes. We really need to do something about it. That's really bad. Oh God. Okay, let's check who's next. I think Kate Bobby is not there in the room. Just checking. No, I think she's not there. So that means Carrie-Anne Risotto, that's your turn now. Carrie-Anne, are you there? Carrie-Anne?
Here, I am here.
Brilliant. Okay, great.
What do I need to do? Oh, start my video, sorry.
Okay, brilliant.
You want to hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
A weird thing on my screen, don't I? Oh, that's funny. Hi, everybody. I just wanted to see if you could tell what I'm saying. Can everybody read my lips? Type
Maybe
yes.
not necessarily read your lips, but we can hear what you're saying.
I'm kidding. This is the new norm, right? This is the new norm, to wear a mask. I was just wondering, while everybody was giving their presentation of wearing a mask and talking to somebody that may not be able to read our lips as some of our language learners do, right? So I was thinking to myself, wow, how difficult in this time to maybe work in a store and be a language learner. That's what I was thinking. So today I am going to do global pandemic jokes, a day in the life of a teacher. And please don't let this induce anyone's drinking. There will be a little alcoholic indulgence for fun only. Okay? Excuse me, I have to get my partner. Gordon. Get in here. I'm on. Come on, hurry. Shut it off, Gordon. I'm sorry about that. The pandemic has caused us all to be busy, so don't come in. Okay. Good morning. Honey, do you know what time it is?
You say wine time. Da, 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 da,
Wine
da, 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 da.
It's 9 a.m.
No, it's wine time.
It's wine time. It's really wine in here. It's really wine. Okay, day one. Why is it doing that? I'm sorry, I'm having a little, so day one of pandemic. College classes go virtual. Hello, Rob. Yes, we still have class at noon. I know it is different, but you will have to adjust. No, you cannot be late. It's the same time, same rules. No, your younger sister cannot join our class. It is still just the students. No, we have never had recess before. This is college. No, please do not bring your computer to the loo. When we are in class, if you miss anything, I will let you know. Oh, Lord, it's only 10 a.m. Times have changed. Everything is different. My family takes me away from a few things that I'm trying to get done. In the morning, I get up and I have class, and then I have to schedule. Like everybody else, organization is very different during the pandemic. So what I say to my family sometimes is, I am making dinner every single day, not just dinner now. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Hey, babe, what's for dinner? Hey, Mom, what's for lunch? I am not a flippin' chef. I am an educator, and I'm busy. Eat some cold fish. Ugh, the kids are killing me. Oh, I forgot, I don't have kids. My husband is killing me. I have set some new goals for this time. I've heard other people say that they wanted to do some weight loss. I've heard others say that they're working on organization. Everybody seems to have different goals right now. So I said to my husband, what could be a new goal for me? And so now I've set out to run a 1K. I think it's a huge goal. I have my joggers on. I'm going to try and train for a 1K. So every day after my class, I hear from my husband, run, run, run. I'm 1 meter, run, run. I mean, I know it's hard to train for a 1K and I have a lot of time, but it is a huge goal. So if anybody has any advice of how to get to that goal of running a 1K, I just want your advice because all I hear is run, run. And I still haven't got to that 1K, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So all I want to say to everybody is, please stay safe, stay sound. This was a fabulous idea for the pandemic. I've been laughing. I need to get my robe back on. Oh, goodness. I'm really trying my best to stay sane and sound during this time, but it's been difficult. But all I know is we can do this together, and this is how I'm going to end this.
Carrie Ann, we can definitely do this together.
I'm going to end this with one song, and then I'm done. Let me just tell you. Oh, I lost it. You get the idea. Thank you,
everyone. Get the idea.
This was just for fun. I am not inducing any alcohol drinking, but certainly a glass here and there to keep our sanity and be organized and get through this. We're in it together.
Absolutely. A glass here and there doesn't harm anybody. Thank you so much, Carrie Ann. That was really, really great. Thank you. Okay, so who's up next? Dorothy Zemak, an author, editor, teacher trainer, who's worked in Asia, Africa, and the US. Dorothy's areas and specialty includes teaching writing, teaching reading, business English, academic English, testing, and humor. And that's what we're looking forward to now. Dorothy, are you there?
I am. I'm just fiddling with my blinds so that I show up better. One thing I'm not good at is time zones, even with those universal clocks. So I thought I had another hour, but imagine that I look really ready, okay?
You look really ready, Dorothy.
Excellent, excellent. We will go with that. Am I on?
Yes, you're on, definitely.
Let me turn on the light. Let's get a little light. Yes, I'm still here. Okay, shall we go? I am, as your introducer pointed out, interested in all areas of materials creation. I write, I edit, I publish, certainly read. And so I thought today, when, you know, in the middle of a pandemic, we're all questioning so many things, our life, our very existence. I say that as someone who has had COVID-19 and mostly recovered, just a little tightness in the chest still. It's no picnic, stay home, stay safe. But while we're talking about existence and coping with it, I thought I would share with you some of my collection. I have a pretty vast collection of old language materials that were used years ago to teach English and other languages. And I'm going to show you some selections from a book called English for Foreign Students that's talking about, well, let me switch to my PowerPoint here. How do is there a screen share? Yes, screen share, share. Is that being shared? Can someone say yes?
Yes, it is being shared.
Good,
yeah.
all right, and it's being shared. So talking about existence, you know, to be or not to be, although actually this book, the sequences are looking at to be and not to be, or rather to be and to not be. So imagine, if you will, a class, day one, new students, the first thing they're going to learn, page 1 of lesson 1 is apparently the verb to be. And you have some helpful illustrations. Number 1 is a man, this is a man. Number 2 is a woman, this is a woman. This is a boy. Now we have our question format. What is this? This is a boy. This is a girl. What is this? This is a girl. So far, pretty normal. I mean, they're dated illustrations, but I could imagine myself teaching that way. The very next page teaches you some, I guess, essential vocabulary. Now we get motor car, train, mountain, and clock. So not quite what's in your bag or what's in your classroom, but okay, it's still, what is this? This is a mountain. What is this? This is a clock. Next page. Is this a tree? Yes, this is a tree. Is this a ship? Yes, it is. Is this a ship? No, it is not a ship. It is a cigarette. Common enough mistake, I guess. You reach for one, you get the other. Is this a cigarette? No, it is not a cigarette. It is a horse. If you can't tell the difference between a ship, a cigarette, and a horse, I think it's time for you to give up smoking. Then we go into the absolutely absurd. Is this a ship? For those of you with a poor memory, is it a clock? No, it isn't. What is it? It's a cat and an umbrella. I don't know why it's a cat and an umbrella, but that is what it is. And then all the language patterns come at once. This is a bad egg. This egg is bad. Is this a good egg? Is this egg good? No, it is not. It's a bad egg. It is bad. It's a bad one. It isn't a good one. And that was lesson 1 on the existence of objects. By lesson 5 in this book, we're ready to move on to something a bit more complex, but I wanted to first tell you who it is that who's written these materials. He was a major author for Longman, which has now been subsumed by Pearson, but for a long time was a leading publisher of English language materials. He was an English teacher who was frustrated that he couldn't find appropriate materials for his class and decided to write his own. And then Longman hired him as a full-time materials writer in the 1940s. Somebody speaking about Mr. Eckersley said, what was the secret of his popularity? It was, I think, the product of a warm and lively personality with a natural flair for English teaching and a ready sense of humor.
As Eggersley wrote in one of his prefaces, it was his constant endeavor to cover the pill of learning with the jam of gaiety. So let's have a look at some more of his jam. This is now lesson 5, and people are questioning their own, the nature of themselves, apparently. So the teacher comes in, I am the teacher, I am Ms. Zemak. What are you? We are students. I guess he doesn't believe all of them because he has to go on and question, are you a student, Mr. A? Yes, I am a student. Are you a student, Miss B? Yes, I am. Are you in the classroom, Mr. C? Yes, I am in the classroom. This line used to strike me as hilariously funny, but then we got a pandemic. And now I think, well, actually, you could ask that question, are you in the classroom? And the answer would be no, I'm in my house. And then you look at everybody's virtual background. Oh, are you at the beach? No, I'm in my house. Oh, are you at the mountains? No, I'm in my house. But once we've established where they are, we have to go back to what they are. Are you a man, a woman, a boy, or a girl? Those are only 4 choices. I am a man. What are you? A man, a woman, a boy, or a girl? I am a woman. Who are you? Mr. D. How are you, Mr. D? I am very well. Who are you? And so all we go down to the bottom where he has the class repeat together. Are you all men? Yes, we are, or no, we're not. Some of the students are men, some of the students are women. That was lesson 5. When we get to lesson 12, and I don't know if that means 3 lessons a week or 12 weeks, now we are struggling with to be and adjectives. The lesson says, and I want you to imagine as you listen to this dialogue, your own students and how they would approach the ideas and the philosophies here, because it's a lesson that should be teaching strong, pretty, big, large. It's just adjectives, but there's all this philosophical discussion that's going on around it. The lesson says, Mr. Priestley is strong. I think this means he has a strong character. Can we use strong for a strong body too? Oh yes, here you are. Mr. Armstrong has strong arms. He is a very strong man. Mr. Feeble is not strong. His arms are very weak. He is a weak man. Can you speak of strong tea or strong coffee? Oh yes, and strong drink and strong language. It's getting very, very subtle for students here. Mr. Armstrong is a tall, strong man. Is he then a big man or a great man? A big one, not a great one. Yes, I get into this with my beginner students all the time. What is the difference, please? Well, it is rather difficult to put into a few words, but in short, big is of the body and great is of the spirit and character of a man. Bigness is a bodily thing. Greatness is a spiritual one. A great man can have, like Lord Nelson, a weak body, but he has a strong spirit. A big man can have bodily strength, but spiritual weakness. To which the student replies, as I'm sure yours would after such an explanation, thank you. I quite see the difference now. Mr. Priestley is good looking and handsome. Can you use those words to describe girls or women as well as men? Yes, you can. But generally we speak of girls as pretty or beautiful. But do you speak of men as pretty or beautiful? Oh, no, never. Is there a difference between the girl is pretty and the girl is beautiful? Yes, I think so. Pretty is pleasant to the eye or ear. Some new dance music is pretty, but the music of Beethoven or Handel or Tchaikovsky is beautiful. The sharpest student has picked up on this, and Miss F says, yes, the pictures in a magazine can be pretty, but the pictures of Raphael, El Greco, Rembrandt, or Turner are beautiful. So the teacher sums up as quite right. Beauty is rather like greatness. It is a spiritual thing. It is in the spirit of a man, and it comes out in his work, or it is in the character of a woman, and it comes out in her face. Do you understand the difference now, Mr. B? Oh yes, I know the difference now. Nearly all girls are good looking. Some are pretty. A few, but very few, are beautiful. Well, that's taken the jam of gaiety right out of my pill of learning. And I read this and my first thought, of course, is, well, that's some sexist bullshit. It's certainly not true that a woman's beauty comes out in her face. But under that, there is, I think, a grain of truth about beauty and strength, that it is spiritual and not physical. And I hope that during this pandemic time, when I think we are all coming into contact with different aspects of ourselves, we might be volunteering and offering help that we don't normally do. We might be asking for help. Some of us for the first time. We teach in different ways, we learn in different ways, we change our routines. We do literally question our existence and the existence of our friends and our family and acquaintances. But if we are doing human things, if we are teaching and learning and sharing and asking for help and giving help and all those things, that is what makes us beautiful. And if you chose to come here and present for EFLtalks, or you came to listen to EFLtalks, or you watch it later and you connect with other teachers and learners around the world, then you are a beautiful person. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dorothy. Yes, I absolutely agree. But I have to say that the connection between ship and horse and a cigarette and similarities and differences between these three just kill me. And by the way,
you tried smoking a ship, but
yeah, exactly. By the way, I absolutely love your tiara. It's absolutely wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much, Dorothy. And now, I think it's Elaine's turn. Elaine, if you can turn your mic on, that would be lovely.
Here it is.
Okay. Brilliant. I just wanted to ask Elaine, that beautiful young lady, I think it was, who was next to you. Hello, what's your name?
Miriam.
Oh, hello, Miriam. Okay, Elaine, is that your granddaughter?
It's my great-granddaughter.
Wow, fantastic. She's a lovely, lovely lady. Okay, Elaine, you're on next.
Okay, I have Miriam here because in this pandemic, I got trapped in the United States. I don't know if that's good or bad. I mostly live in an airplane, which my airplanes have been closed, so I'm out of traveling. This month, I was supposed to be all month working in Spain, in fact. All my friends in Spain, if you're watching, sorry I'm not there with you. All of my work has been postponed. So I came here to Laredo, Texas to pick up some medicine for my husband and bring it back to Mexico. And when I tried to get back to Mexico, I couldn't get anybody that would dare to drive me back again. So my grandson walked, Miriam's father, he walked across the bridge, across the international bridge with my husband's medicine, gave it to a driver that I had hired to pick me up, who was not allowed to cross the border to come into the US, and he took the medicine back to my husband. So my husband is in Saltillo, Mexico, where I live much of the time, and I'm here in our other house in Laredo. So I'm here and I have turned into a nanny to my 5-year-old great-granddaughter. And I just want to start this today by showing you something that she had last night. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever heard of a Tony doll, T-O-N-I. Miriam, hold the doll, please. And I'm going to put the doll, if you've heard of a Tony doll from way back in the 1940s and 50s with the Tony permanents, when ladies used to put curlers in their hair and have a permanent to make it curly. Well, when I was like 6 or 7, my mother and father bought me this Tony doll. Okay, here's the Tony doll. Whoops, I shared the screen by accident. I'm not ready yet. They bought me this Tony doll, and the original clothes of the Tony doll are right here. Now, the Tony doll has been wearing this dress for about 60 or 70 years. And last night, Miriam decided to take the clothes off when I had told her not to take the clothes off, because she turned into a dress designer. Show them what you made, Miriam. She made an evening gown for the doll. Now, the funny part of this is I said, Miriam, I asked you not to take the dress off the doll. She said, but Grammy, the dress is 100 years old like you. It was time to change it. Now, for all of you in the audience, I am not 100. Okay, not yet. I'm 77. I'm still working. I fly around. I work in like 15 countries. I keep busy and I try to stay out of trouble. I'm on Zoom. I'm on Google Classroom, a lot of things. I try to keep myself busy, and it's not too easy to not keep busy. There's a lot of work. So what I'm going to do is change the screen and try to share it with you and see what we're going to look at today. What are the interesting things? If I can get into this and get out of wherever I am, wherever I happened here. Okay, no, this is deny. What am I denying? Security, open system, no, deny, whatever that is. I had it all set. If I can get it back again, I will. If not, I'll just talk. But I had my course here, something, there you are. And I don't want to escape. Okay, exit full screen mode. That's what I want. I want to exit the full screen mode back to where I was. Okay, let's see if I can get you. Can you hear me? Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we
great.
can.
All
We
right.
can.
Okay, now let me share the screen, which I think I have here. Yes, I have. And get rid of this one. I'm going to start with why are we weird? Why are teachers, the best teachers in the world, are not normal? Because if you're normal, you're boring. And so I found this out many, many years ago. Blessed are the weird people. This is a prayer I think I learned in school. This is a prayer I learned in school. Blessed are the weird people, the poets and the misfits, the artists, the writers, the music makers, the dreamers, because they make the difference, and they make the difference in the world. And that's why we're here. We're here to make a difference. And I like to think that I'm weird. I have all of my students say in my classes, weird is good and normal is boring. Weird is good and normal is boring. And that's how they learn English. I have never, ever in my life taught English. What I do is I teach subjects in English. I talk in English. Do they understand me at the beginning? No. Many of them tell me I talk too quickly. You talk too fast, teacher. And I'll say, no, you listen too slowly. But they learn to listen. So what I learned as a very young child was, when in doubt, act. Okay? I found out that doing something is better than doing nothing. And that's sort of been my mantra as an educator. And even following it through to right now with the pandemic and all of these crazy people running around the United States with no masks, and 9 million people going to a beach, and the police have to stand there and get rid of them. We have to act, all of us, because not to act is to act. As Dietrich Bonhoeffer said, silence in the face of evil is itself evil. God will not hold us guiltless. Not to speak is to speak. Not to act is to act. So all of us have to learn how to act and do things. And from way back when I was a little kid, here I am. This is 3 years old. I'm about 3 here. My younger sister was 2. And back then I was a brat. Now I'm a 77-year-old brat. I never listened. My father took me out of public kindergarten and put me with the nuns. This was my kindergarten teacher right here. At least it's how I remember her, Miss Brown. I don't think she liked me because she always wanted me to take a nap. And I said, me? Take a nap? I don't take a nap. Never. I don't take a nap. I haven't taken a nap since I was 2 months old. And my mother said I'm her worst nightmare. And Miss Brown would always say, you're my worst nightmare too. Lay down and take a nap. But I wouldn't take a nap. I would go hide behind the dollhouse. I'd hide somewhere because I didn't want to be found. But she found me, and she brought me to the chair for the bad kids. And I sat there all day. And when my father found out, he said, I'm going to put you with the nuns. They're going to straighten you out. They're going to teach you something. And they did. They taught me how to be creative. They taught me how to be weird. They taught me how to speak out. They taught me how to stand up for what I believe. And so when I was in high school, here I am at 17. Here's Ronnie Simpson. He runs nursing centers in California now. In our yearbook, 1960, graduated from Portsmouth, New Hampshire High School. We were named the most talkative. And my mother and father were mortified They said, what do you mean the most talkative? Why the most talkative? Why not the most beautiful? Why not the most intelligent? Why not the most ambitious? I said, I don't know, Daddy. I don't think I talk too much, but I guess I did. And I still talk a lot. And so what I learned through my high school teachers in a public high school was don't go where the path may lead, go where there is no path and leave a trail. And that's what I've tried to do as education. And I tried to find out how many things would I attempt if I knew I would not fail. I didn't care if I failed or not. And so one time around 1972, I was like 28 years old. I got 100 kids together and about 8 teachers, and I started a school. I decided I would start a school out in the middle of Hollis, Maine, because I wanted a school where kids could think and learn how to have creativity. And this boy right here, these 3 boys were our high school. We had 3 kids in high school. This is my son, who is the grandfather of Miriam. This is my daughter right here, who's a high school special ed teacher. They both live in Maine. So I did things, I moved along. And I learned from Robert Frost that I'm not a teacher. None of us are teachers. We should be awakeners. That's what we are. We're awakeners. And so I would make my principals mad at school sometimes because I would put signs around that would say, are you lonely? And they'd say, what's that, Elaine? I said, well, look underneath. They would lift it up and it would say, oh, are you lonely? Are you tired of working on your own? Do you hate making decisions? Hold a meeting. You can see people. You can show charts. You can feel important. You can point with a stick. You can eat donuts. You can impress your colleagues, all on company time, meetings, the practical alternative to work. Oh my God, I made people mad, except the other rebels like me. They all thought, hey, she's really cool. And I had some crazy friends. And I believe very strongly that if you have some crazy friends, you have everything. So educators, don't think outside the box. There is no box. There is no limit. Don't have any limit. These are my final thoughts. This picture here I am way over here. I was 21 years old. This was my first teaching class, 38 kids in 2nd grade in Barrington, New Hampshire. Now, did I want to be a teacher? No, I didn't want to be a teacher. I graduated from the University of New Hampshire with a degree in history and government. I was going to go on to law school, but I said, oh, I think I'll work for a year and save some money to go to college again for a master's. Now, I wonder what job I can get that will give me the most vacations. Aha, I'm going to be a teacher. And that's what got me into teaching. And these are my 38 kids that I started out with. They shaped me. They made me decide, you know what? I am going to stay in teaching. Why? Because my very first year teaching, without even having studied to be a teacher, I found out that kids had needs. I found out that Stevie Goodstein up here didn't feel good about himself and needed a teacher who made him feel good. I found out that Lynette over here, she was super smart and needed to be treated and urged on to use some of her talents. And I said, you know what? I can do better work as a teacher than as a lawyer. The world needs more better teachers, but they don't need more lawyers. So I moved on, and I want to thank you. And I think that's my 5 minutes. But of course, I could talk forever, but there I am. And I thank you very much. And here I am. If you have any questions, I'm willing.
Thank you so much, Elaine. I really cannot imagine why you were named the most talkative. I just have no idea.
Neither do I.
Thank you so
I think
much.
I'm rather quiet myself, in fact. This pandemic, I'm in the house and I love it being alone.
Yeah. There was another thing that kind of sounded very true for me when you said I was my mother's worst nightmare. That sounded very true for me as well. So that's something I can definitely identify with. Okay, Elaine, thank you so much
for agreeing
to be with us.
Just a spoonful of sugar, have the medicine.
Oh my God!
Down,
Oh,
the
not
medicine
again!
Go down, the medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar, have the medicine.
I didn't know that Julie Andrews was going to visit you.
I didn't know either. I mean, we've been Zoom bombed so many times now. It's just, oh. By the way, Julie Andrews, are you sure you're in the right show?
Do you know that I met Julie Andrews once?
No.
Oh, did you? Fantastic.
Yeah, way back, like in 1978, on a Queen Elizabeth taking a trip from New York City to Southampton.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yep.
Judy doesn't remember that. Well.
Well, who would? I wasn't as talkative back then. I was quiet. I had 2 young kids with me. I had her grandfather and her aunt, her great aunt.
Right. Okay.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you very much, Elaine.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I think this is, Elaine was our last presenter on our second EFL Laughs. So I would like to say a big, big thank you to all of our presenters today. It's been a great, great evening. We hope that both the presenters and the audience enjoyed the experience and that we're all going to leave this room in higher spirits. I would also like to thank Rob Howard for putting the event together. I would like to thank Julie Andrews, aka Carlos, for Zoom bombing us a couple of times. And we do hope to see you again at other EFLtalks events. Rob, do you want to say a couple of words to close?
Yeah, it was if everybody who's here still turn on your cameras and we'll give a big wave goodbye. Anya, that was wonderful. You did a great job. Julie, you were amazing. Carlos, not so good. Thanks to all of you. You know, you guys all know me and pretty much, and you know how crazy I am. And you guys are just as bad as me. So thanks so much for doing this. And I hope everybody out there watching, you know, appreciates the time that we all put into this to make everybody laugh a little. Because quite frankly, this time we need a few good laughs. So thanks again. All of you are great. Let me get you all on screen at the same time. There we go. So thanks so much. No parrots allowed. Okay, you know, we believe in parity, not parodies. No. So thanks everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye. Bye.
Great to see all of you again.
You too.
Bye now.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take
Bye
care.
Thank you.
You're done?